Now for the second part of the Walneto, I'm going to take a different color and I'm going to stitch around just the way I've been doing. I'm going to slide under the intersections, but this time my endpoints are going to be moving out like this, and I'm going to have 6 of them. Now the Walneto looks pretty just like it is, but it'll be spectacular when we add this next part. Still slide under the intersections in the same order, in the same way. And your endpoints are going to be in adjacent holes, but getting a little bit larger as you go along. The endpoints are moving toward each other and making a square. You can see why we needed to do the filling stitches first, because we've gotten some of our endpoints are somewhat covered up. It'd be really hard to count properly and put everything in the right spot, so that's why we did that part first. I can see my pin stitch that I used to anchor kind of right here, so I'm going to try to make sure that that stays covered up. I can kind of stroke the threads back over it as I go along. I'm not going to try to alter the way the threads are twisting. In my experience, that just kind of messes it up when you try to do that. But we're still stitching in exactly the same motion that we've been stitching. It's just our endpoints are moving in a little bit different direction. I hope I'm happy with where I've put that pin stitch. I think I will be, and I think that I'll be able to kind of zhuzh the thread just a little bit to make sure it's all covered up. I'm always careful not to put my pin stitch in the stitching channel. I don't want that stitch, my pin stitch, to be confused with the stitch I need to make. Okay, that's in the same hole. I move that over. A Walneto is one of those stitches that you can pretty much stop it at any point and it's still going to look really pretty. I really like the way the endpoints look at this point right here. I think they look really nice, but we're going to go ahead and close up the square just to make sure that it's all tidy and nice and neat. It looks like I'm probably going to have to start and stop. But once again, I'm going to wait until I have finished a round before I stop the thread and start a new one. Just to avoid confusion and to make sure that I know exactly where I need to be. Okay, I'm going to anchor with a pin stitch, start a new length, and I'll come back and show you how to finish the Walneto.